Hello, I'm your host, Isaac Mack. Welcome to the MCC podcast. Joining me today is a very special guest, and I feel super honored to have him on. His name is Father Douglas Al-Bazi. Father Douglas is a Chaldean Catholic priest originally from Baghdad and now based in Auckland, New Zealand. He has an amazing story of survival where he stared death in the face and experienced many of the genocidal persecutions of Christians in Iraq. Father Douglas is now on a special mission, and it is an absolute privilege and a pleasure to have him on. Father Douglas, welcome, and thank you so much for joining us.
Shalom Abshena. Yeah, Isaac, thank you so much for having me. It's all pleasure. It's a privilege is mine actually to have this interview with you. Okay, what I heard that you have some relative to our bishop. That's right.
Yes, that's it's not a big secret, but yeah, he is my uncle. I'm very proud.
It's okay. Go
So
ahead.
before we get into some questions, I've got some, I suppose, in-depth questions for you. You would be considered an Iraqi Kiwi now, is that right? Being in New Zealand?
I think it's you can put it in this way. I think yeah, okay.
I want to test just a couple of questions.
It's an honor actually.
Well, I want to test how Kiwi you are. So just two questions of how Kiwi you are. So do you know who the All Blacks are?
Come on, this is even with Iraqi people, we like soccer, but actually this is the national team here. Okay,
Good.
so thanks God, Iraq doesn't have the rugby, because in this case I will be in the middle. We sure with whom should I support, and of course All Black, and with Hakka, yeah.
Okay, good. You know that. What about what's the most popular word, the most used word in New Zealand? It starts with B and ends with O.
Okay, there are many common words here actually in New Zealand, but you'll hear it here, such as like when they talk like with the greeting like kia ora, and like when they talk like sweet as or awesome or yeah, nay, nobody understands actually, just the Kiwi here.
What's
And but bro, maybe
bro?
bro, yeah,
That's
when we
good.
talk,
That's
hey
what I'm looking
bro, hey bro, yeah, bro is better to that, yeah, let's go to bro. I like
for.
that way.
Okay, great. I think you're a bona fide Kiwi. That's good. Um, Now, okay, so let's talk. I know you survived being kidnapped and tortured by Islamic militants, and it's something that I'm very eager to ask you questions about. But before we get into that, I want to ask about your journey that you had growing up in Baghdad, if that's okay with you.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, so you were born in the great city of Baghdad. Um, what was it like? What was life like as a child, and when did you feel that you had a calling to become a priest?
Yeah, I was born in Baghdad, and Baghdad still is my lovely city ever in the world. And I born actually in time people, they were, so I reached to that level before disappear, that level when people, they were trust each other, love each other, and when the people, they were looking after each other.
Okay.
And my name Douglas actually came after, they put after name of one of the famous player of soccer in Iraq, football.
Okay.
His name Douglas Aziz, so that's why they called me
Oh.
Douglas. So Iraqi people, they give name according to what the situation happened in that day.
Yes.
For example, it's the rain, they call it, let's call him Matra or Matar. If someone pass away that day and the way they have a new baby, so they call him like Sabreen, Sabr, or patient, or maybe Hizna, or So thanks God I came here like on time with
Yeah.
that famous player. Yeah, but of course course, as you mentioned about how the idea come to be a priest. Uh,
Mm.
when I was like in school or even Ta'lim Masihi that time,
Yeah.
never crossed in my mind to be a priest. My dream was to be a pilot,
A pilot.
but actually I was shocked. Yeah, at that time I was really shocked because I've been told no way for a Christian to be a pilot in with the ex-regime in Iraq.
Oh,
Something happened. One of the Christian, I think he stole a jet fight
oh
from
wow.
Baghdad and he went to Israel. So
Oh God.
so all the Christian actually became like in a blacklist. So my dream was to be a pilot. They told me okay, but there's no way
Oh,
to
so you
be
didn't
maybe
study?
here in Kiwi, maybe here in New Zealand. Maybe I'll look after that one.
Why not?
Yeah.
You're never too old.
Actually, already I check out a little bit,
You did?
couple months ago, and it's
Okay.
quite expensive.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, it's not cheap.
Oh,
Oh,
not
wow.
at all.
So, did your parents have any influence in that decision? Like, were they happy for you to become a priest? I suppose that's many Iraqi Christians' dream, but not everybody. Parents have different ideas for their children. Were they happy with your decision?
Absolutely no.
Really
They were.
interesting.
uh, I remember when I told them I want to be a priest. Look, Isaac, why am we have to understand that the background of Iraqi people, especially when they with invitation with call to be a nun or the priest. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
it was an idea some stage in our modern history. I'm talking like maybe 100 years back,
Mm,
not before. So, for example, when there's like uh, I fully do respect what I'm going to say now. It is not actually offended anyone, but I'm saying that the fact. Okay, so
okay.
people, please don't judge what I'm saying because I know with Aussie Kiwi mentality, but we have to face in the fact. So
Yeah.
before maybe 70, 80 years, I don't know. So if someone born, especially I'm talking about with the girl, for example, if she's not cute, uh, avoid to use word ugly. Okay, so not cute, not attractive. What they say, oh, in the end she's not going to marry. Okay, send her to be a nun. Okay, some people they just born
True.
like a disabled, and they say, okay, who's going to marry this disabled? Okay, why you don't send him to be a monk or the priest? Okay,
Yeah.
so you can see actually in again, I fully
No, no, I
respect.
know, I know.
But in some stage in Iraq was like if someone said to be a priest and they say, why you sent your son to be a priest? You don't have lahma, bread in your house to send him away? Or for example, if a girl want to be another, they say, but what's wrong with her? She's still.
Yeah, she's still young. She's pretty. I know, I know. Yeah.
I'm
Well,
sorry, to go
that's
in that way, but
the
this
truth.
is the fact. So when I start actually talk with my parents, I remember my grandma. She was still alive, and she told me, and still even when she visited me first time, she brought with her bread, and I told her, Nana or Toto, we call her. Okay,
Yeah.
why you bring bread? And she said, I thought you don't have a bread here. So they were not actually supporting at all, but in the end, it was my decision,
Mm.
and so I went to to the seminary to be a priest. But actually, after that, no, they are became a great supporter. In the end,
How old were you?
that time was between 17, 18.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah. They probably said you have your
Yeah, I
life
was in
ahead
the
of you.
military school. Someone in the military school. So
Okay.
there were two. So there were two seminary that time. They call it the minors and for the senior. So
Mm.
I went to the seminar that one, and after that I moved to another one. Of course, those days they were during the blockade, the embargo.
Yeah.
So they shut it down, the first seminary, but we continue after the war.
I
Yep.
see.
And ordained in 1998 as a priest.
98. Wow. So
Yeah.
tell me, going back to staying on growing up in Iraq, what did you feel that your parents did that was the best thing for you? Like, what was some of the biggest lessons that you got from your parents, good or bad?
Uh, Again, I will tell that period of time. All mothers. When I say all mothers, I mean I'm not talking about religion. For
Mm.
example, if my neighbor uh, she saw me I'm doing something bad, she gonna punish me like my mom, even worse, because all moms, they were looking after all kids. Why? Because they were respecting the tradition.
Yes.
This is shame, aiba, don't do that, those stuff. For
Mm.
example, so that time it was really looking after how people they will think, how people they will but again, that time people they were more they have big heart,
Mm. Agree.
but little, let's say, ability to adapt with the modern or what is the kids need. So
Yes.
we grow up with the time was not such as like, what do you think? So what do you think? It was not exist in our dictionary. It is about, there are two options, yes or yes. There are no, no. So you have to obey in the end of the day.
That's true.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I suppose then what you got most was the discipline.
Sorry, say that again.
So I suppose what you got most out of your parents was discipline and respect.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
But not all, actually. It was not for all the people together.
Yeah.
Okay. So we grow up with those things. We will always like someone is like bigger than us, older than us. We have to give him a place. And I can't talk. For example, I can't cross my legs. For example, if there
Yeah.
is my older brother sitting there, a lot of tradition. Like I don't know, like a million commands, orders we have to follow.
Yeah.
But in the end, I'm not complaining about that. But at least those they are a feeling, a meaning, what's mean to be a respectful or how to respect. This is
Yeah.
was the only education in that time.
Mm.
We really appreciate, but we need more explain. They were no explaining for that. For
Yeah.
example, if someone pass away, I remember we switch off the TV. It was the only thing, only one TV, only two channels, boring channels. So we switch off the TV. Why? Because one of the neighbor passed away, and 3 days we were not allowed to see cartoon, whatever. Why? We have to share the respect of the neighbor.
Yeah. It
Again,
wasn't
I'm not
explained.
complaining. Yeah, I'm not complaining for that, but I'm saying this is where we grow up with that. Of course, now if I talk with our kids now, for example, with that, will say he's going to say, "What?
Yeah.
Why? Why I should give you my iPad? No, of course not."
It's such a different world, isn't it? How we're brought up. I remember my
Yeah.
father, uh, and we have a great relationship now. But if I questioned why he told me to do something, all I would get was one look, just, and you knew that was you don't. That's when you stop talking.
Please don't go with the language of body language or with the eye language with Iraqi people, because those that kind of look actually is like a threaten itself. By eye we can understand. For example, take that, don't do that, eat this one, don't eat this one. It was all like not body language.
Yeah,
Especially with mothers, okay.
yeah,
Especially
yeah. Mothers do very much.
yeah.
So, so you were ordained in '98 as a priest. Um, at what point did you know that being a priest in Iraq would come with danger? Did you know that going in, or was there a certain time where you thought, okay, I think there's danger that comes with my job?
Look, in general, if we took to the history, all our parents, grandparents, okay, they came from, let's say, subtle background.
Mm.
Even I can tell, even with the songs, for example, a lot of Iraqi people, especially Christian, they like a lot of sadness
Mm.
music more
Yeah.
than happy. Okay,
Yeah.
even if they go to the wedding, look to them. Some people, they are jumping in the middle like monkeys, and with gubare gubare, and the other, they are just sitting there like they are no feeling, because they don't know how to
Enjoy.
live their life. They don't know how to enjoy their life.
Yeah.
So go back again to the life in general in Iraq. Uh, all of us, we became, for example, with background, we were not actually there. For example, my dad, he was not from Baghdad. He was born in Duhok. My grandpa was born in Turkey.
Mm.
So it's like last 100 years, our people, they would just go around, the
Mm.
cities.
Yes.
So to be a Christian itself, it's not easy at all. And to be a priest, it's like you are just going one step forward to be at the front.
Mm.
So, but when became me as a priest, actually it was not that, let's say, I will not say scared, but concerned that our life will be difficult, but not to be like kill or threatening or to death.
Yeah. So you never thought that.
But we will, yeah, we knew that it will be a little bit difficult, challenging in there.
Okay.
But after 2003,
Mm.
everything have been changed.
So that's
Everything.
when Saddam Hussein was taken out of power.
Yes,
Mm.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, um, is that when? I mean, when did things really start turning bad for the Christians in Baghdad and Iraq? Was it straight after Saddam was gone, or when do you think it started turning? Yeah, like a lot more dangerous.
You know, to be honest, because a lot of people, they put it, as when we talk, for example, always they like this one, or either. I don't like that, because there is something here and something there.
Okay.
For example, me, I consider, after what I can see now with what happened in Iraq, of course, I will say, okay, Saddam time, it was a golden time. Okay, that's fine. But nobody knows actually. During Saddam, it was a lot of even, let's say, struggles,
Mm.
because, for example, during Saddam, especially the last years before 2003,
Yeah.
when we have a new baby, a newborn baby, and a family, it was not allowed to call him, give him a name, like a Christian name, or let's say foreign names. The only option you have, Muslim name and Arabic name.
Ah.
To go to the, for example, to register and say, yeah, this is, I have a new boy and I want to call him Michael. They will say, sorry, we don't have Michael in the list of
Yeah.
Quran or Sharia, or so call him another name. So you can see all the babies actually before the last years, before 2003, almost the boys they called like some like Yusuf, Joseph, and for the girls, almost you will find Maryam, Marina, Mary, something like that.
Mm.
Okay, so this is what maybe one thing, but of course we have a lot of
Think
let's
restrictions.
say
Yeah. Limitations.
difficulties.
Yeah.
But immediately people, they will not remember those, because they will say, yeah, at least we were still alive.
Yes.
Yeah. of,
Mm.
of, of course, after 2003, now the story completely changed. It's not about name, it's about systematic, I
Mm.
call it systematic genocide. It's completely different. uh,
It certainly was.
Anyhow,
Yeah.
yeah.
So tell me a bit prior to your kidnapping, and we'll get into that in a minute. Um, so between when Saddam Hussein fell and then a few years later you were kidnapped, but in between that, what were some of the things that you witnessed? What were some of the shocking things that you witnessed? And
Sorry, Isaac, between when? Sorry.
basically between prior to your kidnapping, so before you were kidnapped,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
can you
Yes.
tell us about some of the shocking things that you witnessed? Some of I know churches were, I think, blown up, and all kinds of.
Oh yeah. Uh, so why we are talking about that? Please, to you and to everyone going to see this interview,
Mm,
please don't look at Father Douglas as a hero. It's no hero here at all. Okay,
mm,
I am the lucky guy among my people. Why I'm lucky? I consider myself lucky because I'm still alive.
yes.
Okay, so I saw what happened actually when they start bombing Baghdad, and that time I was also do some filming around.
Okay.
They were the Saddam security police soldiers. They were everywhere.
Mm,
So and after that, when everything gone, and we were first days we were really happy because we thought we are really going to have a new life.
yeah.
Okay.
Freedom.
In any case, so I saw day by day actually the situation getting worse day by day.
Yes.
We just, for example, it was August, I remember 1st, 2004, first time when they attacked churches. So we were really shocked why they are attacking Christian.
Mm,
After that, they start attacking like individual, that church, and one of the church being attacked, it was mine.
your turn.
Uh, I was in the church that time at Saint Mary. So Saint Mary, it's in north of Baghdad,
Okay.
and we were waiting for the patriarch, our patriarch, the X1
Mm,
Emmanuel Delhi, to come to celebrate the mass.
yes.
So before maybe I don't know, like 20, I think 20, 30 minutes. So it was like a small bag like that, where's the main gate. So one of the church guard, he told me, Abuna, please, there's something there. And curiosity killed the cat. So I went there to see what is that bag, but actually we don't know because simply we don't know what's mean bomb. I
Oh,
don't know what's, yeah.
you,
How
you
can
hadn't
I see? Okay.
you
Yeah,
hadn't
it
experienced
is
that
not.
before.
It's not. Yeah, it's not a video game. Maybe with the video games you can see, oh, there's a bomb there, but
Yeah.
this is real life. So the normal bag when it just came close and it was a bomb, and with a body like this, like elephant body, but the bomb was really strong, and he pushed me on air, me and the another guy.
Oh,
So when I wake, in mid of, it was dust everywhere, and
wow.
so I don't know where I am. So I was actually talking with the guard, but no one was able to hear each other because I was telling him, "Are you okay?" And he was saying to me the same question, "Abuna, are you okay?"
You couldn't
But
hear
we were never because we lose
the
the
hearing.
hearing.
Yeah.
So this is one. Another time I was like in the traffic, it was really jammed traffic, and suddenly when the police car came, want to pass, so it was another bomb waiting for the police car. So the car behind me completely destroyed, the police, all of them dead, and it was smoke everywhere, and especially the flame. When the flame came,
Mm,
give that you will feel that you are like I don't know in hell. So I thought I'm gone. So
mm,
when the smoke and just gone, and they opened the police traffic, he opened the way. So I just stopped there, and that time I realized that it was a bomb,
mm.
and there's a guy here, and he just doing like this and give me a water. He was a guy, selling some cigarette there, and he told me, "You did something good in your life. How you are still alive? All
No.
people they were there, they did." And
Wow.
then looked at this guy. I don't know what he said. After that, I remember all the things. I just went home, not to the church, to my family home, and they
Mm,
don't know what's happened. I just went and sleep for 4 hours.
wow. Good.
When I wake, I just really want to know what's happening. I
Mm,
saw the what happened in the news,
oh,
and so I told them, what they are talking about. That car, it's mine.
Wow.
So this is another time. Oh my goodness. So that, yeah, to me, if someone, oh, they say, oh, what happened? I say, no, 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 no. I'm the lucky one because I
Exactly.
saw a lot of, even I saw a lot of bodies, people shooting there. One time, they just came, one of the belong to the government. They are religion militia. They are Shiite. So they crossing the church. They were angry because someone blew up a mosque in northern of Iraq in Samarra city. And so those people, they were really angry. So they start attack all Sunnis mosque.
All right.
But they came from the church and they opened fire, overhead. So I was really sure, why? So what's wrong? Why? And I didn't realize that when they passed, so they hit the wall, the door, the main gate, and maybe after like 20 seconds, I I feel that something burned my leg. So when I look to my left one, I see it was like a fountain of blood. And I
Wow.
said, I'm hit. Someone hit me here. And that day it was curfew.
Mm.
So they block all the street, the whole city.
Oh, wow.
So I lay there, I don't know, like 4 hours
Bleeding.
because it was not easy to go to the hospital even that time.
Mm.
And when I went, so the doctor, they say, look, it's too late. So we can't take the bullet. It is really near to I don't know, I'm not a doctor. So there's a place, okay? If we took it out, you're going to lose your leg, okay?
Oh,
So
okay.
we'll keep it for a while and we'll see. So still the
It's still
things
there now.
there. Yep.
Wow. Have you
Okay.
have you ever had it looked at since, like recently?
I went after that actually
Mm.
to, and some I did some X-ray and like things, okay.
Mm.
But priest, nothing happened to Kaldi and a priest. We are strong.
Exactly.
Not really, but
Exactly. Um, so,
yeah.
so the first time that you experienced the bomb, just so I have this clear in my mind, so you went and touched the bag, or before you got there, it went off
No, actually, before we were,
as you were approaching.
mm,
How far?
yeah, I think it was not. I'm talking about meters. So we were in the street. I think it was like 4, 5 meters.
Okay.
But when I found myself like 7 meters back, okay,
Well,
yeah, it was really bomb. It destroyed all the wall, main gate, and yeah, I remember even the Patriarch when he came, he wanted to celebrate the mass. He was really shocked. I say, Sayyidina, thanks God you came a little bit late, okay?
yeah,
And he say, yeah, but I want to stay. I want to see the people.
good.
So the people, they came to the mass, they don't know it was a bomb because that time it was not like breaking news and nothing
Yeah.
like that.
Wow.
So the people, they come to the mass and the Patriarch, he was talking with them. And that day, same day, they attack another churches. One of them has been attacked, the Nuncio, the Vatican embassy in Baghdad, same day.
Well, um, and did you sustain any injuries from that big? Uh,
Oh, no, that one, no, no,
oh, very,
no.
very good, very strong.
Yeah, yeah, while you're talking about bomb, actually, another one was in the wrong place, waiting for a guy, and the place called Al Ghadir, Zayuna.
Yeah.
So was the what called that one, the skywalk. So I was waiting there. So I remember in Baghdad, I used to put the seatbelt actually.
Oh, you did.
Yes, always respect. Even a lot of when they stop in checkpoint, even the police traffic, they check when they say, "Why you are putting seatbelt?" I say, "I have to." I say, "Come on,
For,
are you
for people
crazy?"
for people who don't know, that's not common in Iraq. Just
Yeah, of course, yeah, yeah. And it looks strange.
Yeah.
And it's weird when you put seat belt because so that time when they told me for example why you put seat belt, I say, yo, it's better to put the seat belt, it's not to put that one, you know, belt, the kamikaze, because they put the same way here, the bombs, you know. I
Yeah. All
say,
right.
which
Okay.
one is better, to put this one or that one? I say, no, 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 this one is okay. Okay, thank you. So I remember that time I was, you know, not actually in main street, I was the sub one, so I was waiting there. And I remember the police car came from the beside me,
Hmm.
and they crossed me and they back again. And he asked me this question: "Are you okay?" I say, "Yeah, I'm just waiting for somebody here."
Hmm.
He say, "Yeah, yeah." And he told me, "If we are waiting, why you putting on, you know, the seatbelt?" I say, again, you know, the same answer. Oh, what do you think? This one was better or that one? I said, no, no, this one. Okay, take care, you know. And the way of answering in Baghdad, we have to be careful because the way of answer, you can recognize these people, you are belong to Shiite or to Sunniti,
Oh,
Shia or Sunnah.
yes.
The
Yes.
way of greeting, the way of respond. They are like a key, you know, words,
Yes.
how to recognize that
Yes.
you are not strange, okay?
Yes.
So I use the same, you know, answer like, you know,
Every time.
like such as like mahrusin, okay,
Yeah.
ma'jurin, which mean to be protect, you know, to be a blessing, something like that.
Yes.
So and they passed me, but still the main street is still open. So that time I remember just the police. There were two police cars they crossing, or military, I don't remember.
Hmm.
So it was a car, you know, waiting for them there with a real bomb. So I remember when it was really a bomb, like a big explosion. You know, that one, the sky walk actually like completely destroyed.
Wow.
And the only thing I remember, something hit me in my stomach. So it was like, you know, that one, the mirror in the car,
Yeah.
because the bomb, you know, destroyed all the windows.
Oh, okay. From the
And
shock.
thanks God I was wearing like sunglasses, so you can see all the glass was and suddenly someone opened the door and they took me from the car and they put me inside there were shops there. Of course I don't remember, I remembered after,
Hmm.
because there were a lot of smoke and it was like attack, some people they start shooting and and I was just like that. Of course those experience that time, it was completely normal. Some people they will say, why is laughing? I will say, look, at that time, what especially with the Iraqi people, uh, I
It's
don't
simple.
know. Sorry to say that is normal because
Yeah.
it's not abnormal. It's abnormal at all. But
It's part of
I
life.
will say what we can do.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
just part of life.
for we reached to level. Even when I remember, like when we heard like a bomb,
Hmm.
people they were not even care even to have a look.
Wow. That's how normal it was.
I will tell you something.
Hmm.
I saw someone wrote this. What happened, for example, in Beirut, Lebanon, when
Yes.
with that disaster, you know,
Yeah.
explosion happened.
Yeah.
Someone wrote this, and really, that one he wrote, he's really he representing me. He said the bomb was big. Even Iraqi people they were shocked.
Wow. Yeah. That makes sense.
So if you look, all Iraqi people they were really, you know,
Hmm.
scared. So now imagine
Yeah.
imagine how we were loving it, live in that situation, you know.
It's amazing. So tell me, fast forward to the day that you
Yeah.
got kidnapped.
So
Uh,
again, the life continue. Do message people. They were day by day. This one kidnapped. That is priest kidnapped. This church attack.
okay.
So
So a lot
I'm
of
just
people,
doing normal mass.
a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
people are getting
normal
kidnapped.
mass, and I'm talking about 2006.
Hmm.
And again, if I will say this word, I was surprised, or if it is not strange or surprising if someone being kidnapped or killed in that day. Not all. I'm sorry to say that, but that time we were talk as a priest between us.
Mm.
Please be sure to let your last will with somebody.
Give your will to someone.
So my last will was with another priest
Oh,
was with me, just in case.
wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
In any case, we have nothing to say, maybe a few 5 words. Okay. So if you are reading this, that means I'm not here. So I ask you for your prayer, for forgiveness. That's it. Okay. So after the mass, I went to visit friends of mine. Uh, morning mass, of course.
Okay.
So it was before noon, just driving normal at the highway. So suddenly, I was just taking the exit. For
Mm.
example, when I say take the exit, I'm saying right, because that there in Iraq we drive and another side, not like
Yes.
here.
Yes.
So when I took the exit, and of course there were two. Sorry, I think
That's all right.
two cars. Immediately they stop. They block the
The road.
yeah, the exit even,
Oh, the exit. Yeah.
and they jump with AK-47. Immediately, they open the door, of course, with the bad language, and immediately the only thing they grabbed me, but of course again I opened the seatbelt,
Yeah.
and they put me in my car in the back, the boat, and I don't know where they took me. I don't know where to nowhere.
So you were alone in the car?
Yes,
Okay. So they put you in the boot
yes,
of your car.
in my car, and both two they jump, start
Mm.
driving.
Okay.
Okay, because I was able to hear, what they were talking,
Okay.
and one of them he put the sound, the volume, okay, louder. I don't know why, but I thought after maybe they thought maybe I have like cell phone something with me if I'm trying to call somebody like this. Okay,
Okay.
maybe I don't know. Okay,
Mm.
when we arrive, so I can feel that a lot of doors they are, that means there's another car, and people they walk, and so suddenly one of them is say, look, they give me like a kind of like scarf, we call that one shmach, and
Yeah.
that one,
Blindfold. Yeah.
and he told me, yeah, and you'll tight your eyes. If you are going to open your eyes, we will put the bullet between your eyes.
Okay.
This is the Iraqi way, okay, when we threaten somebody.
Yeah.
So of course I tied my, and when I jumped, so I remember they were two people. They took me out. Of course, they were more than two people,
Mm.
and but suddenly I found myself I am on ground because one of them he hit me by his knee in my face.
While you were still in
So
the boot, or when you got out?
when I was out, taking me to the house, to the
Okay.
way to the house, because I can feel like there's a garage, outside, and
Oh.
they took me immediately.
In.
So the way to the house, somebody hit me,
Oh.
and they took me inside. So when I realized what happened, it was inside the house. So there
Mm.
were many people inside, not only those people. There were a lot of people. They talking, not all of them with me. No, 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 no. They were talking with themselves, and with me they were just two or maybe three. They were just, I would not say look after me, but they were
Yeah.
around. I was surrounded by those people. In
Mm.
any case, So I can feel there's a blood, that I can feel there's a blood. And one of them is say, yeah, there's a blood.
Mm.
Don't move. I'm going just to put away the blood from your
Mouth.
mouth, because it was here, inside.
Oh, he hit you in the mouth.
Yeah,
Mm.
because they smashed my after that I remember, after that I realized when they released me, I went to the hospital.
Mm.
So they told me, actually, your nose being smashed for pieces, small
Oh,
pieces. It was
wow.
like, I don't know, something like this. Okay.
Yeah, right.
And they bring the chains. So they bring the chains, so they tied me.
Mm.
And they took me to the place. When I opened and was able to move, to see where I am, and I look, I am actually was in it's XWC, let's call it. So it was like a WC before and became storage, and stinky, dirty, small one, because usually with Arab people, they have WC outside the house, not inside the house for the
Mm.
guest. And so I found myself there.
Mm.
And so since that day, I counted one. And after that, they moved me to another place.
Okay.
I believe I've been moved to another place, to another house, because I have no, when you're in this situation, you don't know even the distance. We don't know what is
Of course.
so I've been moved to another places. Of
Mm.
course, I realize why they are doing this.
Mm.
And those 9 days, so the first 6, it was really hard and challenge days for me, because now they start. I've been actually with the 2 groups.
Okay.
So the first group, they are during the day, and another group during the night.
Okay.
So during the day, of course, all of them, special those during the night, they work for government. During the day, those people, they are Muslim, but gang. They use them by who? By the let's say the night group. What's the difference? Those people, I can tell, they are non-educated people. They are, I don't know, people, let's say poor, whatever. Okay.
Yes.
But those people actually came during the night completely different. I can feel from the way where they talk, the perfume they use, I can feel even the clothes, the leather, So
Oh.
they were really, let's say, clean, elegant,
Yeah.
okay? And usually in Iraq, those people, and elegant now, they are most corrupted than,
Well.
in any case.
Mm.
So I've been questioned, like same question and different questions every
What kind
day.
of questions?
They start with religion, but not really, because they know that field, no way to win with me. Okay.
Okay.
But those questions they were talking about, for example, tell us, okay, during the day, those people, they were, let's say, normal people.
Okay.
So I became like spiritual father or advisor to their lives. They were asking me, and I was actually try to help them in their lives.
You were giving them advice.
Someone asked me, for example, someone asked me, what should I do with my wife? She's always calling me,
Really?
and she's annoying. Yeah. And I was just, tied like this, and I was, come on, be nice with her. It's better to text her, like, tell her, good morning, honey, something like that, okay? And another one telling me about what happened to his family. This Saddam did this for us. So one day, I remember first day when they put, the pistol in my head, they say, what do you think who we are, Sunni or Shi? You know, that day,
Wow.
if you miss the answer,
Yeah.
this is really, you know, the case. This matter of life or death.
Yeah.
That's why I say we have to be careful when we talk with those people.
Mm, mm.
And I remember that time I told them, guys, uh, it's not important who you are, but what happened to you, this really bad. Because I know if any one of you had his chance in his life, like with education, with opportunities, you will be different people. But look, you are end up with this because there were no chances for you.
Mm.
You know, they were silent.
Wow.
They were silent. And I remember, like, they were silent for 2 minutes. And suddenly, they came, one sit here, another one sit here, and they start talk about their problems, what happened to them. This is what happened to my family. We were rich one day, but Saddam took our house, something like that. And they were talk and talk and talk and talk.
Wow.
Even, you know, even bad people have feeling,
Of
have
course.
something inside, but they are lost. But those people come during the night. No, those, they know what they are looking for.
So
They
there are a
don't
lot.
care about. They don't care about my faith,
Mm.
my security, my no, 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 no. They don't care about that. They need answers. What is the relationship between church and American? What is the relationship between church and Kurdish people?
Mm.
I remember one day they asked me about all where is the bishops and the patriarch. that time, that time I remember. Uh, Oh God have mercy, you know, Monsignor and Rouse. Because when I told him this, he was really, really say, he was really laughing because he said, he told me, what you answer when they ask about us? I say, look, they told me, where is the patriarch? I say, somewhere in place in Mansour, you know, everyone knows where is the house of the patriarch, okay? And the patriarch is always wearing red color. That's mean, those red colors mean the blood of our martyrs. So we are ready to give our life, you know? And they told me, you know, by names, where is Matran Indraus? I say, Matran Indraus is the guy doesn't like Iraqi weather, so he's from UK, so he's always hanging up, you know, hanging out somewhere there. And I remember Matran Indraus said, you told them this about me? Saying, I have to save your life, you know, I have to save your life. And where's Matran Jack? Okay, I told him, oh, come on. He's sick. He's somewhere. I don't know. I think he's in hospital. So, no, he was nothing actually. He was good. You know, that time was in good health. And where's the Bishop Slimun Warduni? I say, he's always like traveling somewhere. I don't know which country. Of course, all of them, they were in Baghdad.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
And those people, they know that I'm not saying the truth.
Really?
Oh, they know
Mm.
because I can feel, you know, because one of them is say, it's not easy to take information from this guy. Why? Because the first day when he came, and of course, that was completely wrong to say those to the kidnapper. When they took me inside and when they hit me and they say, look to yourself and you have here, we have ID, you know, they call, and he was trying to read my name. I told you those people, they were out of school for many
Yeah,
years.
not
It
educated.
was not easy to them even
Mm.
to read my name, you know, correctly. They so and they say, look, what is your name? I think you are someone important, you know. I think we are going to ask for 1 million to release you. I
Wow.
say, oh wow, that number when you kidnap the prime minister, you can call for that. I'm just normal Iraqi Canadian person. Do you think that I I cost of that money? Okay. So I remember first day when afterward they were, for example, telling me mm, when they were talk with each other, they say, yeah, did you got him? Oh yeah, you are the American spy. You are because you know my name Douglas. Okay, so they thought I was born in Texas or somewhere. I say,
All right.
look, I am Iraqi. Okay, and in the case. So that time I remember I told them this. I say, look, guys, I was born in Baghdad and studied in seminary for a couple of years, and I am Chaldean priest.
Mm.
So I'm going to concern myself. I'm here with you as a picnic. So
As a
those people,
picnic.
they never forget that or forgot that, because they say picnic. So
No.
you call what this situation as a picnic to you. Of course, every day they took me to the ugly room. I called the ugly room because in that room they were smoke.
Mm.
You know, you can feel it's, I don't know which kind of room is that.
Mm.
First day, of course, they always they change. Of course, when I the way to the going to the room, they brought me to the room. The way I can hear the TV, and on the TV there are like Arab songs, you know, Iraqi songs, like, you know, not for religion people, I can tell. But when I get in, immediately they change the channel to the channel is for Quran 24/7 Quran,
No.
and make the sound, you know, louder. And they told me after why. They say because if you are going to shout, no one will hear your voice
Okay.
first.
Yeah.
Second, also to showing to the neighbors how faithful, how believers we are. We are listening to Quran, you know,
Mm.
or during 24/7.
Yeah.
And of course they stopped that because I never shout, never.
Yeah.
And this is actually was a little bit scaring to them, not because I'm here or that, because, you know, in the end, you know, you are going to be finished. I know.
Mm.
That's why I'm really surprised I'm still alive. So again, the same questions, blah 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 blah, and
Yeah.
they hit me, bad words, threatening me. I remember once was one of them. He say, uh, "We are going to replace your head. We will bring dog head and replace it with you, and we'll send your body to your family with dog head."
Yeah.
You know, for Arab mentality, Muslim mentality, dogs is not like Western country.
Of
You know,
course. Yeah.
Western, when you say
Oh,
dog, it's like, oh, how lovely is that? Actually, no. To us, dog is completely hell. You know,
yeah.
don't use dog at all.
Yeah. It's an insult to call someone a dog.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be end of life. You know, end of the life. So he said that, and one of another one, he said, yeah, and we are going to cut your flesh, you know, to small pieces.
Mm.
I'm saying that maybe in few words, but actually I'm talking about like that actually take like 1 hour, you know,
Yeah.
the
Detail.
bad words, like some really bad words, special, you know, those words like
Mm.
against the family, against the faith, which actually make you like anger, you know, but in the same time, you have nothing to do. The only thing is you can is just respond in tough way.
Mm.
So when they say, we are going to cut it your body to the small pieces, you know, that time I start laughing,
Oh.
and I start laughing.
That would have aggravated them.
And of course was a lot of bad words, you know, son of la 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 teet teet teet, and the pistol hit me, you know, and he say, why you are laughing? I say, did you listen to your friend? He said, we are going to cut your body to small pieces.
Mm.
Already you're gonna cut my head. So what is the point? And he said, and I can't tell, I can't imagine even what happened, because only thing he said to that one, he said, you are really stupid donkey man. He's right. We're gonna cut his head. What's the point? How is he gonna feel that? You know? So now they forgot me. They were just fighting with each other. Okay.
I don't
So
know why. I don't
this
know
is
why we are. It seems to be that we are laughing about the time that you were tortured, but in some way you found humor in the situation.
it's not about a humor because pain. There
Mm.
is no two way. There is only one way. Pain is all or take you down or either take you up.
Yeah,
Okay.
you make that.
So in the end, I know what's gonna happen because it is not strange, not to me, not to my family, because I came from family, because my family is Bazi. So a lot of my family being killed by government, by Kurdish, by whatever. Okay.
Mm.
So there is like in our family always there's this is when someone die like normally this is not normal actually, but
Okay,
die accidentally this is that normal.
that's normal.
So we came from that background.
Mm.
So it is here not about because I was here or that, but what you have else to lose. This is the situation. This is what's gonna happen. In the end, and this is what happened when I push back. When I say, if you are man, put the bullet in my head,
You said that.
and he say, look, we saw a lot of people. They were begging for just for one single breath, and you are here. You're wishing to be dead. I said, no, no, I'm not wishing to actually be a dead. But I say, if you want, and I am challenging you, you can't do that because to be dead in your religion, your culture, this is the end of the life. To us, it is the beginning of the life.
Mm.
And of course, that guy, he was, tortured and hitting me.
Mm.
Doesn't know what is it, but one of the group he was, those actually the day group, one he said, uh-oh, he's back again to the same topic during the day, because during the day we'll talk about those,
Mm.
the religion, spiritual. So those group in the night, they don't know what we are talking about. So one of them is say, uh-oh, now he's back again to talk in the same way. We don't know what he's talking about,
No.
which mean that we understand that well as a Christian what I'm talking about.
Mm.
So they, of course, those people, they know that as uh, let's say politically or as a position, I'm not an important guy. I'm just, if you harm this guy, you will just, destroy the community. So
Mm.
it's not a big deal with this guy. So
Okay.
they sent me from a group to the group. Okay. That group, which is actually uh, why they were thinking to terminate me at all.
Mm.
So they start negotiated because now understood why they changed me from group to group, from group to another place, just to get like benefit. And they start negotiated with the priest, and they ask me if they have a number of priests, and give them a priest, and they start talk with the priest. They were really smart, those people, how they negotiated, because they were too many cell phone phones. No one can actually reach where is the signal, because the priest was talking with another phone here, that phone speaker on to another phone, the two here in the middle.
Mm.
Those two phones, they were on police car, and police car was actually going around the city. No one can catch the signal.
All
And the
right.
third one, the third phone was connect with the phone, that one was close to me.
In the place.
So they
Yeah.
were, how
Fortunate.
smart they are.
Yeah.
And they start negotiated with the priest, and the priest, he said, I want to talk with Father Douglas. And this is actually, look how the Chaldean negotiated, with this situation. When the priest asked them, he said, I want to talk with Father Douglas first. I want to be sure he's okay, alive. And the priest start talking with me. Hi, Abuna, and they told, don't talk in your language at all.
Talking Arabic.
Speak in Arabic. We want to understand what you're talking about. So first question asked me, Father Nadir, Abuna, I want to be sure that you are Father Douglas. Tell me the date of your ordination.
Mm.
Thanks God, I still remember, the day of my ordination. Okay, so okay, June 29. Oh, okay, you are Father Douglas. Tell me, how are you?
Mm.
Sometimes we ask stupid question. Someone kidnap, and another one ask him,
How are you?
how
Yeah.
are you?
How's life?
So what, I don't know what's the third question gonna be like, what's the favorite color you have? I don't know. Okay.
You enjoying the weather today?
Yeah. In any case, and he told me, so أبونا, what do you think? مو يعني شلون تشوف نفسك هالشكل? So he was able actually and pass one word in Surah in our language.
They
And I
did.
told him, and I say, أبونا يعني شو نسوي? What we can do أيلة. So when Father Nadir heard this word أيلة, which mean, أيلة, it's mean like, it has many meaning. Like, that's it. It is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. In any case, it's mean what's gonna happen. It's not. Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Immediately, Father Nadir catch the word, and he said, "I don't want to talk with Father Douglas anymore. I want to talk with you." So I remember one of them. I say, "Okay, sit the telephone.
Close the phone. Yeah.
Yeah, hang
Yeah.
it."
Hang up.
And so I don't know what happened. Of course, I realized after, and Father Nadir told me. Father Nadir continued with them. He said, "Look, we don't want Father Douglas anymore. We're going to count him as one of our martyrs. Goodbye."
What?
Good friend, huh? Really good friend. So I don't know what happened. So that day, it was the day 6.
Yeah.
So they came. They were really angry. They took me to the ugly room. And one of them started with this. "Do you remember when you said you here as a picnic, and you will show you what's mean a picnic? Because your people, they don't want you anymore." Of course, I realized what Father Nadir did. And how can I explain that to people? If anybody actually listen to this, or is gonna hear this, he's going to say, "This is, I don't know, madness or what?" How can I explain to people that the good friend, it's not just to save your life in the way we know. This is not actually a movie life. This is real life. So it's better to stop the suffering that the continue, That's mean stop the suffering to be with God. It's better to live with that suffer with a hand of a human.
Yeah.
If somebody tell me, if you are in same position, what you gonna do with your Father Nadir or with anyone? As a priest, we know what is going on. So for all Christian, to be died, this is not the story, but the way you live before death, that actually the question how was.
Yeah.
And because in the end, there is a reason to be dead, there is a reason, should be a reason in any way.
Yeah.
But this is not our choice. This is what happened to us.
Yeah.
So someone actually, when I mentioned that, they say, "Oh, this is like suicide." I say, it is not a suicide. To be Christian in Iraq itself is suicide mission. But this is actually our life. We've been told, "You're gonna carry the cross and follow me."
Yeah.
Okay, we are not going actually, we will driving BMW. No, we will carrying the
Carry the cross. Yeah.
cross. This is important. In any case, so I hear one of them, he say, "Bring the hammer." So they bring the hammer, and suddenly something hit me in my shoulder and hit me back again, here in my back, again hit me. And there's, like, when the truck, hit another car with, with 120, speed, something hit me in my face. So immediately I realized there is one of teeth in my in my mouth, and there's a lot of blood.
Mm.
And one of them, of course, of course, they did a lot of things, but I'm not going into details. Okay, I don't want to destroy my day and don't destroy actually let the people feel sorry,
Yeah.
especially
No.
when they took the cigar and they put the cigar somewhere, and so he took it from here and he said, you have a lot of teeth and we have all the night
Well,
and we'll show you what's mean picnic.
yeah.
And they hit me again and bad words and again. Yeah, that day it was really, I thought this is the end.
That was the toughest day.
And in my yes, it was in my inside. This happened to all of us. For example, when you are crossing the cross and you don't know there's a car coming from that side. So like in 1 second, it's like a flashback. You can see all your life just come across your front of you like this.
Yeah.
So imagine I'm talking about in those 9 days, I was like this, but special that day.
Yeah.
It was, the only thing it was really in my side, in my heart inside. I just want my family to know that I'm pass away. I'm done here because I want to stop their suffering.
Yes.
In any case, in those days I was praying with the chains, because they were big lock here and I count them. Thanks God they were 10 and the big lock. So the big lock was for our Father and the chains they were for Hail Mary,
No.
So I was praying my rosary,
With the
Of
chain.
course,
Bless you.
don't care about how many they were, like when we pray, like the rosary, always we look, oh, it's still 4 left. Oh, oh, still 2 left. Oh, I passed one. Oh, And that time, the prayer actually is like, when we pray, if we don't like it, it's like prayer, you are just going outside with something you don't like. But when you like it, it's like something you get inside and make you calm. It's make you more calm. And you don't want actually even to end. It's like something you are enjoying and you can't count it and you don't know what is. It's like you are drunk, but in a good way,
Yes. Yes.
So, and of course, every day I was, put the sign by chain in the wall, how many days I put. And I remember once they asked me,
You
I
always
was
had
like this.
every day?
Every day.
No, they never released it.
No. Okay. Even when I do number 1, okay, I have to look after myself.
Wow. Okay.
Do it on myself like that. Okay. They don't care about that.
Yeah.
And I put sign, like how many days I've been and where it's like 4, and I put like another. That's mean it's 5 days.
Yeah.
I remember the time they asked me, do you know that time? I told them it was like after 4 afternoon. I say, yeah, it seems like maybe 4 or maybe 4:15 or something. And they told me, how you know the time? I say, guys, again, I know your religion better than you. So I can hear the mosque. So when the mosque actually called for the prayer, so I can count it, what the time is now. Because they have no idea. Those people, they never pray.
Wow. Very smart people.
In any case, of course, so they moved me to another place. They put me with, they cover me with the women clothes. That one they call the black one.
Wow.
And of course that time, and they give me another shoes. And when I put my shoes, when they told me, okay, wear this shoes, it was a good sign, because if they are going to shoot me, why they put shoes,
Okay.
But I remember even was another argument about the shoes, because I told them this is not my shoes, and one of them, he put the pistol here. He said, you are going to kill us. I know this is not your shoes. It is not a sin. You can take it. I say, no, but this is not my. He say, I'm going to kill you for this reason. Okay? And when they put, I think, guys, I feel this is a women clothes, and for Iraqi and for Muslim, if you mess with that,
Yeah.
there is like we call it a blood bag, pay bag, and say, guys, you're gonna pay for that. It's a shame. Don't put this. I say, how you are a Christian? How you know this tradition? This is for Arab Muslim. This is not for you. I say, but still, it's shame on you to. I say, just shut up. I remember, and they took
Oh,
me to the car,
you gave
and
them a
when they
headache.
released me, and
So they released you after that. That
yeah,
was
when they
how
released
many
me.
days?
But I remember after 9 days.
9 days. Okay.
After 9 days, they released me after the church actually pay some money for that.
They paid the rent.
And yes, unfortunately, because of course I
Unfortunately.
appreciate that, but yeah, because no need actually to deal in this, to go in that level. Okay. In any case, I'm talking this way, but this is what happened with another priest when they kidnapped. For example, I spent time looking to that priest, another priest being kidnapped. I was looking for him in hospitals. Me and Father Nadir go to check the bodies, and it's horrible. It's not easy to talk about it, especially when you are searching like bodies. There are no ID, people being shot, people being killed. So I saw a lot of bodies in my life.
How many
And
do you mind me asking
yeah,
how many priests do you think that happened to, kidnapped and or killed?
if I start with Bishop Paulus Faraj from Mosul,
Yes.
the Archbishop from Mosul, and Father Ragid, and start with Father Wasim, Father Thaer. So we talk another two priests, one in Baghdad from Orthodox, another one from Mosul, and so I think we are talking about maybe 17 priests being kidnapped.
How many
And couple.
how many were survived?
Good question. Actually, we don't have only one being kidnapped and got shot. It's the bishop. I think passed away. Faraj Rahu, but the others they survive. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But other than because that decision was to kill them, to finish them, so they
Yeah.
will not kidnap them.
Okay.
So they are honest with their job, or kill them or kidnap them. There's
Yeah.
nothing here in the middle.
And
In any case,
can I ask what
yeah.
injuries did you sustain during the time?
Sorry, Isaac. I'm
What
so
what
sorry.
what injuries did you sustain? So you had some broken teeth,
So
broken nose.
when they released me, actually, the day after that, I went to hospital.
Okay.
Okay, to see the damage.
Yeah.
So the damage was actually this one being
Nose?
smashed.
Yeah.
So immediately they decide to have the surgery.
Okay.
My back that time it was hurt me, but I'm talking about those days. There were no doctors in Baghdad. All of them, they fled and kidnapped, killed. So
Yeah.
it was not actually a big deal. But I day by day, uh, get that pain from my back. So when I went to check, so it was take time when they rebuild my teeth, because it was some windows here. I was not
Yeah.
able to take selfies and with the smile, and almost I spent maybe 1 year in bed in bed, because my back, it was really painful. It was really killing me. So I went to surgery in Germany, and they fix it, because one of the disc was broken.
Broken.
So they fix my face, my teeth, my back, and yeah, people can, as Jesus said, they can kill the body, not the spirit.
Yeah.
People, they can destroy your face, but they cannot destroy your smile.
Beautiful. Can I ask quickly just one more question before we get on to some other questions I have? Did you have conversations? I mean, I know you prayed while you were while you were kidnapped. Did you have conversations with God in that time?
If you understand them, of course, you're quite well understand the mentality of Iraqi people, especially the Christian in Iraq. So it's normal for Iraqi people, as a Christian, we never blame gods to what happened.
Of course.
This is one. Second, we came from a school. That school, I'm talking about religion and faith. That school, who I am to complain, who I am to stand in front of God and telling him my pain, because he told us this is the way. If you want, love it or leave it. So this is our choice. So we can't actually, this is our choice.
Yeah.
I like the prayer in the end of the mass when the priest say that to prayer. Of course, before me personal, when I came to that prayer, it just like was let's blah 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 and go away, So the prayer actually in the end of the mass, the priest came to the altar, and he say, "Forward the holy altar, the tomb of Jesus Christ. I don't know if I'm going to celebrate the mass again or not. Forward, goodbye."
Yes.
And leave the church. So that prayer actually, to me, it's really touched, because in those days, I'm always, when I pray, I say, I don't know if I'm going back or not.
Yes.
So if something happened, it was not actually surprising us at all. Never. Not even me. I'm talking about all the clergies in Iraq.
Yeah. Okay. So so after you were released, eventually you got your health back after 1 year. And then from there, you went back to the same church?
Yeah, I remained in Baghdad another 5 years.
Another 5 years. And then eventually in 2014, ISIS invaded, and they started that.
So talking about 2006, so till 2013, I was moved for good to Erbil.
Oh, you went to Erbil. Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And this is what happened in 2014, as you mentioned now, talking about the Islamic State.
So when ISIS, when that happened, I can't remember exactly the number, but I think about 45 churches in that time were destroyed, something like that. Many, many churches, including obviously the churches that my uncle was, looking after as well. In Mosul as well. What was your feeling when that happened, when ISIS? Did you think, okay, I think this is were you at a level of complete frustration and enough, or what? How did you feel when all this was happening? I mean,
okay, to be honest, we were shocked, but we were not surprised, because sooner or later we know this is gonna happen, and again and again. Okay. Yeah. So, but look to I was in Erbil looking to people when they fled from Mosul. They came. They were 17,000 families.
17,000.
So, and when I talk about Iraqi family, they are not like Aussie family, of course. We don't have only 2 kids. We have dozens.
Yes, that's true.
So you are looking to them through my eyes, and it will be completely different how those people they were feel.
Yeah.
They were completely lost. They were angered. They were they don't know what's confused. They don't know what's happened. Why is that? So
Yeah.
our message that time, when we tried to help, out how we can, uh, not say make it easy, but at least we were talking with the people. At least, thanks God, you are still alive. You're still your kids around. Of course,
Yeah.
there was a lot of horrible stories. Comes with them,
Mm.
because no one can understand the trauma. Those actually is gonna take to another generations.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is for sure.
Mm.
But it was not easy at all.
Mm.
Every day in Erbil, that time was a meeting, daily meeting at 4 p.m.
Mm.
with all people. Those they were responsible of the centers. Centers, this is the polite name, I call it, to not use camp, because I don't like to use word camp, okay?
Yeah.
And even I don't like to use like refugee, because a lot they say, "Oh, this is refugee." I say, those they are our people,
Mm.
okay? Those they are our relative. I can't call them, you are a refugee or you're living in. I know this is not reality, but it's make difference to me, when talk about that.
Yeah.
So we every day, and we have to, for example, in my church, I was responsible in start with two and back again to the same my church. Uh, so they were, I don't know, like maybe 800, 700 people. They were living, in the car park, the backyard, and
Yeah.
so those people you have to look after them.
Mm.
When I say look after them, it's not about actually food,
No.
okay?
It's about.
No one will die by hunger, but people they were dying here,
Of course.
inside.
Yeah.
Those days, for example, when I ask people to come to have a food, they were people, just sitting there, because we put military tent.
Mm.
And of course, if someone actually served the military, he knows what kind of smell those tent has.
Yeah. Yeah.
In any case, I was begging to people even to come to eat.
Mm. Mm.
People, they say, I still remember their faces, special first days, they say, but Abuna, father, why we have to eat? What for? To live? For what? You know, when he took the hope from people, this is the end.
Mm.
Sadness, the first killer among my people, before the Islamic
Yeah.
State, because you are taking from them the happiness. That's it.
Yeah.
Those people, what they are living for? So I was actually big, to them. For example, so we create a lot of activities, I believe in that words, keep them busy, much you can. Keep them busy.
Yes.
So thanks God in those days, again, with really proud, I will say that. If that time was not the church, I'm saying here, church, Chaldean, Catholic Church, people, our people from Mosul, I'm talking about like 125,000 people. If was not the church at that time, those people, they were dead in 1 month. In 1 month.
Mm.
Why? Not by Islamic State. No, 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 actually. Because
The spirit.
no, no one was there to help. No one was ready. No one was prepared, to what's going to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
The church actually took the rule instead of the government, instead of the all organization. Those people,
Right.
they come after, I remember I met with like 1,000 organization. Okay, they came with elegant clothes with the badges, colorful badges, and we will do that, we will do that, we will do that. And I still remember at my office there in my Elia church was the center of those people.
Mm.
So it was behind my desk, a wall. So I put actually the business card to the organization. Anyone visit me. So I actually divide them in two parts, right and left.
Okay.
So who's actually keep them all right, they were always right. They are really right. They stand, with us till end. Who's actually on left? They call already left, and it was the wall is actually full. I was not able even to find a place to put the business card.
For the
Why?
left.
Because of full, but all of them they left.
Right.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. Disgrace. What was something that really inspired you? Can you name a situation or a person where you felt like this was the most courageous thing I've seen?
First actually from all my people, not even me, even people come from outside. They notice that when they talk with the people, they are living in tent, they have nothing. They came even just with the clothes, only their own clothes. And the people, when they talk with them, interview them, no one blamed God to what happened. No one. To me, it was really shocked, I thought people, they will, get anger or that. To me, I'm from Baghdad, so it's normal, in Baghdad.
Yeah.
But people, they lost everything. And every time when they talk with them, they say, yeah, but thanks God we are still alive. Thanks God we are still alive.
And some of these people have lost family members. They've had family members kidnapped.
Isaac, actually,
And they still
usually I
have
mention that in general. I don't go in details for privacy of people, but I saw a lot of people, they can't even share, because we came from tough tradition. So we can't share about, for example, if I will talk in general, if the girl actually being kidnapped.
Yeah.
So the family, they will not share that information. Why? Because she is not virgin anymore. She's not gonna marry in the future. So who care about the feeling of that, It's like, it's happened, you are killing that girl 2 times. First when be kidnapped, second when return back.
Yeah.
And I know one of the story actually said, but it's not for Christian, for another religion. They refuse actually to welcome the girl back again.
That's disgusting.
They told her, yeah, of course, disgusting. It's really sad. Okay?
Yeah.
But this is the mentality.
So stupid. So stupid. Oh, wow. So so from there, what were your feelings like? What was your reaction when you knew you're going to be transferred to New Zealand after all this?
Okay, let's to be honest here, okay?
Please.
I'm not that actually guy, let's say, if I'm not going to travel, I will cry or like that, okay? But I'm a little bit talker.
Yeah.
So when I start talk, usually I don't, I don't like to be a front camera. But one day I found myself I'm a front camera.
Yeah.
When, even if you looked from the time I've been kidnapped till 2014, I never shared my story. Never. Why? Because it is not that big deal for the people outside. They say, well, what? People, if something happened like a small accident, they will suffering for, I know. But in our, let's say, community, it is not that big deal. So I never share my story with any, even if when I talk about my stories, like, talk it like something happened, like ordination or, not that a big deal. But when the people came, so when the media came and they start talk, so I start, for example, say, yeah, I know, I understand what's mean to being kidnapped. I know that feeling. So how you know? Because you've been kidnapped. and they start to, and I found myself, I am the talking about. So when I talk about, I talk like, I can't hold my horses. So I just,
Let it all out. Yeah.
so I talk against I'm against, not even me, I'm saying anyone actually should be the normal people against the violent and whatever who stand behind. So I start talk about, point who was the reason, who did that,
Mm.
who actually caused this. So when you mention, so sooner or later you are talking about the government, talking about the religion. So day by day, of course, a lot of people, half of them, of course, because they love me, but another half like, Abuna, you have to zip your mouth, please don't talk about that.
Yeah.
This is not and I can't. Simply, I can't.
Mm.
This is the truth.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after those years with serving, and the time you say, I remember my bishop, Bashar Ward, I said, Abuna, please, I don't want to attend your funeral service. So let's find a little, uh, you can uh, go and do some courses and, whatever. Just we want to be, you are safe because, this what happened. Anyone come to Erbil, I'm talking about, I don't know, from Europe, United States, whatever. So I want to meet Father Douglas, okay? And, that's make a question a lot, okay?
Yeah.
And start talking in many international like event.
Yeah.
I went to European Parliament. I met with Prince Charles. I met with I went to Washington D.C. several times, and I'm not saying that because me. I'm just represent the people. Okay,
So you're
someone has to talk what is going on.
exactly, yes.
Yeah.
And that's what you feel a big part of your purpose is right now, to continue to raise awareness about what's happened to our people.
Mm, definitely.
Mm.
Uh, I can't stop.
Yeah, sure.
And I went back. When I came, actually, I went back again,
You
and
did.
I went to Mosul
You did. Okay.
after 1 week when the Iraqi military, Iraqi army, took over again the Mosul. I
Yes.
went back after 7 days, and I went to Mosul, and it was a big deal because no one was allowed to get in. So I went to the mosque where was Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi with the New Zealand, flag. Okay. And I visit all the villages
Yeah.
and just to see what's going on. And till now, this community actually here, we never stop supporting the people there. Never stop. We always continue with that.
Do you think Mosul will ever have Christians there again?
For Western people, when we talk to live in a place, they will say, yeah, I think it's better to find a good education to my kids if there's a good job near to the shopping center. Like Iraqi people, all of them, they want to be near to the shopping center. I don't know why. But for people in Mosul, or maybe people in Iraq, there is another word is more important than this. It is the trust. There is a trust there. If not, there is no place there.
No place. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was born in Mosul, and I have beautiful memories there. I left. We left Iraq when I was 7 years old. I mean, it's a different world, as you know. You hear sometimes war. I was there, and the Iran-Iraq war was still happening. But I remember I had wonderful memories there. So it's for me, it was so hard to comprehend, you know, everything that happened there, and the fact that I remember knowing the church where I was christened, which was not far from our house. There was nuns down the road from us. I remember singing in the choirs in church when I was a child. Then coming to Australia when I was 7 years old. So to see that there's no Christians there, and not only
So
that,
you were in Hayy al-Arabi.
yeah, I wasn't Hayy Arabi, yeah.
Oh, look, I can tell.
And then we moved. They moved to another house after, and then yeah, my father got his scholarship, and then we moved to Brisbane. And I spent my childhood there. Yeah, but it's just hard to comprehend that city the way it is today. It's really crazy. So what are you doing now? So tell us. I mean, I know you're doing working with youth in New Zealand. What's Father Douglas doing now?
uh, I'm a little bit headache to the people here.
Yeah.
To
I
be
would never, I would never imagine that.
No, you should. In any case, we have here in South Auckland, we have the church here, but we
Yeah,
have
South
another,
Auckland.
but we have to look after some places in North Shore. There is a community there.
Okay.
Monthly, I have to go to Hamilton and Wellington
Yes.
twice a year. So actually here it's not a quite big community. I'm talking about more than 300 families.
Okay.
But with those 300 families, they are really close to the situation in Iraq. For example, we were able to help with a project called 52.
Okay.
That project is looking after the disabled children live in Iraq. So we were able to provide a lot of stuff to them. Why disabled children? Because I saw by myself, I saw how we treating the people there, and just imagine the disabled.
Yeah.
So we were able to look after, and we called it 52 because they were 52, but the number jumped to the 70. And
Okay.
after that, we were with the all diocese. Now with our diocese here, Australia and New Zealand, we were able to do a fundraising for our people in Lebanon a couple of years ago when I went there with Father Rodi.
Okay.
Uh, of course, with the COVID-19, we were able to help dozens of family in Kirkuk.
Okay.
And we're trying project to bring some people from those that are still suffering, waiting for the our immigrant, people they are in Lebanon and Jordan, to bring them over. This country is really restricted with immigrants, not like Australia, the promising land, for all Iraqi people. So
Yeah.
not really Iraqi people, they like to come to New Zealand,
Yeah.
and they have no idea what they are missing actually.
My
And
wife and I have traveled in New Zealand, and in particular Auckland, Hamilton, Wellington, all the areas, all the North Island. We traveled all around, and
yeah,
it's one of the most. And we've traveled to Europe and other countries, right? And for me, New Zealand is probably the most, or one of the most spectacular countries I've seen in terms of just
yeah.
how green, how beautiful the land is, and how I mean, I talk to farmers, for example, in Australia. They're always struggling. They don't have any money. The farmers in New Zealand are doing
Oh
well.
yeah, yeah.
The
That's
land
right.
is
Yeah,
so
yeah,
lush.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's a different world.
And actually, people here, they are really friendly, they are
They are.
really friendly people. They are really
Yeah,
nice, quiet. We don't have that stress, so you can
yeah,
feel that people here is really laid back.
yeah. It's a
In
beautiful
any
country.
case, again, now with the Beirut, also what happened with the Beirut, the diocese were able, I think the amount is jump over than 100,000 grand,
Yeah,
being collected from the cities like Melbourne and Sydney and here
yeah,
in New Zealand.
yeah.
So we'll, try much we can. Here, actually, me with this community, I will say I'm really comfortable,
Mm,
but I am that guy. I can't, sit. I'm always like find a way to keep myself, busy and like, But
yeah,
all my focus actually is on Ta'lim Masihi, the catechism,
yeah.
because always I believe
Teaching
that
Christianity.
look after the kids, we will have a good leader. If not, this is the end. This is
Okay.
what happened actually. That one, I found it really work when in 2014, when people came from Mosul in at the Marilia Church,
Yes.
Shrine Marilia. So we start with the kids. So every day was a program, school. We started like, I don't know, we were outside, on the ground, studying there. And we, day by day, we did a lot of things, beautiful, amazing things, such as like computer lab, library, music, a lot of stuff for that. Even after that, when the kids, they became like, I remember once 7 bishops, they came from Australia to visit the people there to see how the situation. I'm talking about the Oriental churches, like the Malachite and our bishop. At that time was the Jibrail Kassab and the others.
Yes.
So they were visiting the churches. They looked at the situation. So they came to our church. There was a mass there, and after they celebrate the mass, so I don't know, those bishop, they came with the candies, to give the lollies, some sweets to the kids. So still one of the bishop remembered that. He say, we actually, give this, those candies to another kids in other places. But when they came to the Mar Elia, so when they give the kids, so one of the bishop gave to this kid, and he turned, another bishop actually came, he was giving to the same kid, give him the sweet. And he told him, of course in Arabic, he say, no, Excellency, bishop, thank you so much, I have mine. So the bishop, he was really surprised, because he said, I have mine, like I had enough, this is mine, that's it. It's one for me, and give it to another one. Because he went to another place. Why? I can tell, after educated kids, believe me, in 4 weeks, you can change them. But people in my age, Iraqi people, 4 ages, we got nothing. I'm sorry, but this is the reality.
I agree. So your focus is definitely the youth. So that's a great place to be. Yeah. And that's your main mission now? Just with the youth? Yeah. What about the, sorry, before you answer that, what about, what would you like, I'll ask you to answer that, what your mission is, but also what would you like to see happen internationally, in terms of aid, recognition, help for what's happening in Iraq? What would you like to see, some things that just hasn't happened that you'd like to see happen?
I will talk in general. For example, I'm talking about now only about Iraqi people, Christian. Okay, my talk is actually to them.
Yes.
Our people, there are 2 groups. One, first group, he's always talk about Iraq. Whatever you are talking about, if you talk about, for example, computers, you will say, yeah, but in Iraq was a computer like that. If you talk about food, in Iraq was. So he never. Another part, he don't want actually at all to remember anything from Iraq. So he wants just to like control, shift, delete, enter, delete it all.
So it's 2 extremes.
Okay, so I think it is not that a big deal with that, but my mission, and this is what actually I want that to be happen with all 2 groups.
Yes.
Please stop talking about the object, the subject, the things happened, is not happened, is gonna happen. Try much you can. I know maybe you are sitting there in San Diego, maybe in UK, and you have nothing to do. I will say, what can I help? I don't know. Okay, it's not about that. It's not about help just to send money, but take any opportunity to talk. Give the idea, opportunity, be the voice to those people they don't have voice. Tell their stories.
Yeah.
And my mission actually, and I want a lot of people, when they talk with the people, the first step to be a good people in academic way and educated way. Try to push the people to understand the difference between wishes and rights. Our people always they talking about wishes. For
Yeah.
example, I wish have a good health, a good doctor. I wish I have a good education. To it is not wishes. It
Mm.
is your right. It's not shame to say I want a good school to my. No, no, it's not a shame. It's not a wishes to say I need, for example, Range Rover. Oh yes, this is wishes. Okay, it's really a good wish for, but this is not right. So people they can't recognize between rights and wish. People in outside, like in Western country, it's easy to them to recognize that. But our people, I'm sorry, they lost that feeling. So we have to reactivate the things. Where should we put it?
Okay.
So be voice to them, teach them, not give them as a Chinese say, don't give them a fish, but actually teach them how to hunting a fish.
Yeah.
Teach them how to be a fishers.
Mm.
So here is the problem. So what's actually still nothing happened, I will say people, our people as Iraqi Christian, first, till now they don't know what they want.
Mm.
They don't know.
So find your purpose.
They are living there, their eyes in Sydney.
Mm.
People, they are in Sydney, their eyes in Baghdad.
Yeah,
Okay,
I agree.
guys, this is not a fact. Okay,
Mm.
you can't actually sleep in two beds in the same time. You can't carry two horses in the. Okay, live your life, enjoy your life.
Mm.
I will not ask you to suffer like the people there, but actually you can tell what they are suffering from.
Yeah.
Even here, actually, last uh, November, it was a revolution in Baghdad. Okay, to me, it is not the question. Someone will tell me, Abuna, are you going to? I say, no, no, it's from first day. I support the revolution. Okay, the government go to hell. And a lot of people, Abuna, you don't. It is not. You're not good to talk in this way. You have a lot of people. They say, Abuna. I say, wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay, why we have there is like some kind of scaring under our skin. Okay,
Mm.
why we have to be scared of that? It's not about myself. It is not because I am here in New Zealand. Okay, it's a good life. So should what? Should I like enjoying my time and people they are suffering?
Yeah.
Some people say, yeah, what you can do? Yeah, I know. I can do nothing, but at least I can share their stories.
Yes.
But we were able actually to kick the ex-prime minister, from Iraq
Mm.
since the last November. Okay, someone will say, yeah, and what? Look, this is the issue. It is not about to take something just for yourself. It's not because you will have benefit from that. But please, Kenigis mean share the good things with the others.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have anything with that as a benefit, it does not mean I will not go. Look to our people. Believe me, people outside, I can tell, a lot of them, they are lost more than people they are in Iraq.
I would agree with that, 100%.
Yeah,
I mean, psychologists say depression usually comes from thinking too much about the past. Anxiety comes from people who think too much about the future. The happiest people are the people that live in the moment. And
yeah.
and I think that's some great advice for definitely our people who are in Australia or New Zealand and still living mentally in Iraq, and vice versa. You just have to do the best with what the present moment that you're in.
Let me here, come just cross to one of the youth here. He present a project actually. It's for the college.
Mm.
It's called Dancing Between Two Worlds. He was
Uh,
born in Iraq, grew up there and here. So he looked to the two things and he did really amazing project. And
Great.
I remember he interviewed me and a lot of people and I still, I just, why I crossed that in my mind.
Yeah.
When he asked me, what do you think about yourself? How I say, look, me and a lot of Iraqi people, we thought that ourselves, we are still like a boat, and that boat going around, each time come close to the one of the shore,
Yes.
but maybe jump, find whatever, it's like a cruise, and back again to the boat again, and go back. And so if they go to the Sydney, no, we are not happy in Baghdad. They go to Jordan, not happy in Jordan. They go to Sydney, we are not so where do you go? Where do you end? To the where? Mars? Moon?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not like actually like negatively against our
Yeah.
people, but we have to face the reality. Always there is a chance, opportunity to live not in like luxury way, but I say in appropriate, maybe comfortable, but we are actually try to missing those blessings.
Yeah.
We are trying to lose those opportunities.
I know what
Okay,
you're saying.
they came from Iraq crying, and
Yeah.
when they came here, started crying because they left Iraq. So I don't know
Yeah.
which doctor we are going to take appointment with.
Yeah. We just have to live in the moment. I always tell, people from the younger generation, we are very blessed because we have the good and bad qualities from two cultures, and you have the opportunity to choose what you take from our culture, which is
Yeah,
family values, spirituality, community, and you can also take the good from the Western culture, which is ambition, living in the moment, being the best you can be, all these things. So you can take, and you don't have to take the bad. You have that ability to use, the mind that God has blessed you with, and live a great life here. We're very, very blessed. Uh, Father Douglas, I think we have to wrap.
some. No, wait. Some of
Huh?
our people, which I don't like, when they took with the kids, with their kids, they were born here.
Huh.
They refuse, they, for example, don't say that I am Kiwi or I am Aussie. God say Iraqi. But to me, I say, please
Come on.
tell them, you have to say, I am blessed. It's honor. I'm Kiwi or
100%.
Aussie.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, okay?
Yeah.
But if you want to say in the future, I'm Iraqi, it's in your blood. So don't push people for that.
Correct. Yeah. No, very good.
Yeah.
Well, Douglas, it's we have to wrap it up. I think we've gone. I could talk to you all day. I think I've really enjoyed the conversation.
شو العمل ليت مو
Yeah, exactly. But I mean,
yeah.
I've thoroughly enjoyed our conversation. I do want to thank you immensely for, sharing some of the obviously the traumatic things that you went through, and because I know psychologically you do relive those moments when you talk about them. So I do want to thank you sincerely, for doing that, sharing your story, and I hope that it touches many people in a positive way and helps them to count their blessings and also to do better with their lives. I think that's what it'll do. In terms of what you're doing with the youth and also your missions, what we can do is we can put the links, if you send me those links, to our page and to our church, so that we continue to help the people in Erbil and the people that are struggling there. I think that's a great cause that you're helping.
I appreciate that, definitely. Thank you.
Yeah. Any last words before we let you go?
Maybe just put it in this way. First, I thank you actually for your time, and to those people that are watching this, please don't stop with this interview. Look behind my story. Behind my story, there are people, community. We have to look after them.
Yeah.
We can do that. We believe in power of prayer.
Yes.
We can share their stories. We can tell the stories. There are a lot of untold stories there, and we can be their voices.
Yeah.
God bless.
God bless. Thank you so much. It was an absolute
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.